Okay, so today I have my new air pad. I had the Big Agnes air pad. I'll do a review of those side by side at some point probably. Jamie's actually borrowing that for today, and maybe tomorrow I'll try to do that, but as of right now I'm trying to get camp set up before dark. So this is the new Nemo. Just came out, I believe, in October. Let me see. Let me scooch that back in there. It's the Nemo Tensor Extreme Conditions, and I've got the regular. It's not the mummy pad, and it's not the extra wide. It's just the regular. 72 inches long by 20 inches wide. So supposed to be 8.5 R, and I wanted something that was a little better for winter. My other pad that you've seen, if you've looked at my other videos, you'll see in some of my other videos with my Big Agnes is 4.5. This is 8.5, so it's actually even just a tad bit lighter, which is amazing to me. So I am going to pump this up. It does come with an inflator bag, and pretty easy. I already gear tested this in my yard once so far, and it did well. This is my first time of having it out in the mountains at camp. So it's pretty simple to inflate. My other one I had gotten the bag for as well, so it's a lot better than huffing and puffing. It's all blown up with the green is the bottom side down, black is top up, and it does matter on this one which way you use it because of the way the baffles are inside the I forget what they even call the things they put in there, but layers of stuff they have in there. If you have it upside down, they all fall together and won't work the way it's designed. So definitely, if you get one of these, use the black side up. And I found with air pads, to make them most comfortable, don't fill them all the way full. Leave a little bit of squish to them, and they work a little better. So when I used this gear testing in my yard, it was comfortable and it kept me warm. Like I say, my first time out in the mountains. So I'm going to see how it does out here, because I'm using just my 10-degree quilt, not layered with my 25-degree quilt. So I think I'll do fine. We are in spring. It's April 1st. It's winter conditions out here at camp. But however, it is warmer during the day, and so it'll be a shorter time of getting cold tonight. It is feeling pretty cold though now. But yeah, I have my puffy stuff that, like I say, if you see my other videos, you'll see them in some of my other videos, some of my puffy stuff I wear for camp too. So this should be pretty good. It's going to go on my thin light pad, and then with my the 10 degree Zen Bibby sleeping quilt. Okay, so it's looked out. First time at camp with my new Tensor Extreme Conditions by Nemo sleeping pad, 8.5 R value, and backside, love that color. It was very warm. I was able to leave my second quilt at home that I usually layer in the winter. I was going to go really cold still in winter conditions of down into single digits or 15s. I'd probably take that just to make sure. But 20s and 30s, this does me good with just my 10-degree quilt. Probably it was upper 20s last night, maybe around 30, but I know I could go a little lower with it because I was toasty with just my 15-degree quilt with this pad. Other than I also did layer it on top of just my thin light pad from Gossamer Gear. It's very thin, 16th of an inch, I don't know, whatever it is, the specs, but it's thin, but it does just give a little bit of a barrier when you're on snow, which we are, and snow or frozen ground, and it keeps the pad from sliding as much in the tent, which I did have sliding in the tent because we're a little bit sloped, but that was me on top of the pad, whereas that helps keep the pad from sliding. So, but this did fabulous. I love it because I got it on sale, 20% off, so made it like $200, $199.95 or something. $200 on sale, and it's $250 regular price for the regular size. It's not the wide, it's the regular size. So, but it kept its air, did not lose any air at all, so that's good, as to be expected. But you don't know until you test it. I did test it in my yard before coming camping so that I didn't get here and have it deflate on me in winter conditions, just to make sure. But did fabulous, and I'm planning to use this as my go-to sleeping pad all the time. It will help me even in spring, summer, and winter just go with less weight on what type of sleeping quilt. I have a couple different quilts. I can layer them for winter and use the lighter one for summer by itself and the warmer one for spring and fall by itself now. So just give that review out there. It's awesome. I was so happy to be able to upgrade from a 4.5 to an 8.5 R-value sleeping pad. So if you're interested in cold weather camping, I would say this is the one you might want to consider. I have not been able to compare it to other pads other than my 4.5 R-value from Big Agnes. So I have not tried a lot of different pads, but comparing specs, I like the R-value to weight ratio aspect of this one, and I do love it. One last thing for today's video on the Nemo Tensor Extreme Conditions pad is I saw when I always do a lot of looking at reviews of things that are especially more expensive type items. I like to look at the reviews before I buy, spend my money wisely. And one of the things I did not like that I saw in the reviews was that some people said it does not go back in the bag after you use it, that it will not fit back in the bag. I will say it's not easy, but this is after I used it. It is packed back up. It does fit in the bag. So it does take very attention to detail on really getting that air out when you fold it and really folding it small. This has the air sac that you blow it up with inside with it. I roll that up with it. I did not use the strap that came with it because it's just, I don't feel I need it, so no reason to add that extra weight. It does have a strap you can use. You can use the strap and not the bag if you want. That's an option. I like the bag to help protect the pad some in my pack with all my other stuff. I don't have to worry about it getting a little hole caused from my other gear. So for anybody looking and trying to make a decision, it will go back in the bag as long as you pack it carefully. I may decide at some point just to make a little bit bigger bag. I can sew a little bag for it, make a little bit bigger one, just to be able to pack it up more quickly and easily. But I don't know. I'll give this one a few more times of fooling with it and see. Usually once I kind of get used to how I do something with a piece of gear, then it gets easier. So if you're in doubt, because of that issue, either make yourself a little bit bigger bag or just pay attention to detail. Maybe one of these times I'll do a little video on that of just how to get it back in the bag, because I will agree, it's not easy. I think Nemo could have made the bag just a tad bit bigger. So Nemo, you know, if you see some of these different reviews, pay attention, maybe just a little bit bigger, a little more wiggle room for it. But for anybody in doubt, it does indeed go back in.